Well, yes, I be made a Nana Abbey for us on a continue on the house I'm sure. So what he moves some outdoor a yaka awan. The brass said in President Pensimu, Ebro, Mamen Cow say lucky herbal and a dependable herbal home for Adaroma and a San Komoi, Yedi Ebro. My text message in around 1760 na intimate brain kinkai Emma. Some releases about one from Dr. Arthur Kobna Kennedy, and he writes, the MPP has taken another giant step forward in its bizarre, inspired quest to snatch defeat out of the jaws of victory in the 2016 election by suspending indefinitely its first ever elected chairman to hail from the north. Regardless of who stands where in the internal wrangling tearing the MPP apart, there were no winners in Friday's thinly disguised coup d'etat against Mr. Foucault. Those MPP members who are celebrating remind me of the madman chewing his tongue happily in the belief that he's chewing meat. It seems the takeover of the MPP by CPP elements is now complete, with Mr. Blay as chair and Abdul Malik Kwekubako leading the public relations case of the coup. It is sad how far we have fallen from our lofty heights. We used to mock the NDC for being ruled by men instead of laws. Honorable Kerejapon was wrong that we are all fools. We are all fools in the MPP, but we have certainly done some stupid things, like electing the CPP's Freddie Blay as the first vice chairman ahead of people like FF Anto, Rita Asobare. We are reaping the fruits of that stupidity. It is obvious that those who had tried unsuccessfully to impeach Mr. Foucault and found the bar to impeachment too high carefully planned and executed this despicable coup. Nobody is fooled by the act that in the end, they found two northern tokens to sign complaints to the disciplinary committee. Mr. Foucault's purported removal was wrong both legally and politically. He has been targeted from removal from the moment the votes were counted, making him chairman, and that's wrong. From the abandonment of the party's clear procedure on impeachment to improper referral of bogus complaints to the disciplinary committee to the faulty convening of the National Executive Committee by a man who stood to benefit from the action, there are enough errors to reverse Mr. Foucault's removal 10 times over in court. If we can remove a man from office for incompetence, how can we retain a losing candidate as flag bearer not once but twice? If we can sanction a man because of his brother's potential involvement in a murder, shall we remove others from office candidates because their relatives have been implicated in drugs? Politically, this unfortunate coup not only all but concedes the 2016 election because of our proclivity to chaos and resulting unattractiveness to floating voters. It changes who we are and has the unintended effect of reinforcing the unfortunate impression that our party is inhospitable to non-accounts. It undermines our 2016 campaign because it gives the impression that we are more concerned about petty quarrels and fashions than plight of Ghanaians. If we force Ghanaians to choose between our chaos and NDC's incompetence in 2016, they will choose incompetence. Despite all these grave consequences, the biggest reason why Mr. Foucault's removal must be fought is because it changes who we are as a new patriotic party. It substitutes the rule of men for the rule of law. It grants to the extremists and autocrats the right to trample on the sacred rules and procedures. In 2005, there was an election for MPP national officers. The president and leader of our party, then President, His Excellency John Ejiokum Kufuor, preferred candidate did not win. Instead, Mr. McMahon was elected. As a Democrat and true member of our tradition, Mr. Kufuor accepted the verdict of the party. He accepted Mr. McMahon and worked with him, just as Mandela had bowed to the ANC's wishes in choosing a vice president. Jack accepted the MPP's choice. That is as it should be in a democratic organization. Every true MPP man or woman must stand against the wrong removal of Mr. Afoko, not because he made no mistakes, but because that is not how the followers of Dankwa, Buzia, and Dombo behave. The manner of Mr. Paul Afoko's removal may be consistent with the CPP way, dictated by a supreme leader in the name of the Supreme Party, but we are not the CPP, we are MPP. And some in the MPP want to remove Mr. Afoko rather than fight the 2016 election. Let them follow the procedure laid down for impeachment. A unity fostered by intimidation and fear will never lead to victory. Today, I urge all true leaders of our tradition to stand and confront this outrage. Let him proceed to court, not for his own sake, but for the sake of our party and its principles. Let us move forward together. If we can remove a man from office for incompetence, how can we retain a losing candidate as flag bearer not once but twice? If we can sanction a man because of his brother's potential involvement in murder, shall we remove others from office because their relatives have been implicated in drugs? Politically, this unfortunate coup not only concedes the 2016 election of, okay, so it goes on and on. Dr. Atani Kennedy writes, and from the office of the flag bearer, this one also gets through here from Nana Dankwa Kufuado. Probably before that, Alaji Akwaba, no matter saying. Bibia Kama.
Bibia Kama.
No me koye.
Oh, Nyankopo.
I see. And from the camp of the office of the flag bearer, let me read this one. Ekufuado on next decision on national chairman. Last Friday in Accra, the National Executive Committee of the New Patriotic Party unanimously adopted the recommendation of the National Disciplinary Committee for the indefinite suspension of the national chairman of the party. According to the release by the party, by the decision of NEC, Mr. Paul Afoko is suspended indefinitely from the position of national chairman of the MPP. I profoundly regret that matters have come to this. Such a development has been rather rare in the history of our party. I had hoped the internal discussion and the spirit of cooperation would have enabled the party to avoid such an eventuality. However, the appropriate organs of the party have acted. I am therefore calling on all loyal members of the party to respect the decision of NEC and the constitution of the party, which provide channels for redressing grievances. We need to conduct ourselves in a disciplined manner that will protect and promote the integrity and unity of the party. The MPP requires a united and committed front for the task ahead. We need to stay focused and organize ourselves to prosecute successfully for a successful campaign in 2016 to relieve the Ghanaian people from their suffering and hardships. Ghanaians are looking up to us. God bless MPP. God bless Mother Ghana. Nana Addo Dankwa Kufuado. Signed, New Patriotic Party. So that's it from Dr. Atani Kennedy, and then from Nana Addo Dankwa Kufuado. Alaja Kwaba, where there? Emu Akwabe, probably New Patriotic Party. I think that the last time I'm in share until the call break, briefly, you said still all was not well, to the extent that now challenge even the national organizer of the MPP, the party chairman, because obviously it was Paul Afoko. Just this Wednesday, by my TV set, you dead. There's something big coming up that Wednesday, and true to that effect, what's there now, Alaji? Calculations there now. We are unima. Probably majority of Ghanaians are well.
Mahim does. I'm sure Omo help Badwam ne anapa bibia omo bia. Yede Nyankopɔ sɛ wakyerɛ ɔma ade akyɛ. Mahim ye mu bi politicians na mu wɔn sɛ yɛni ekuo bia as members. And yes, I am central for I check a crowd, major political parties in all Ghana. Now me, my shedder Eddie Omichipa way back. But it began with the Progress Party ni now. Pattern na started to monitor the two ideological divide. And about PMP ni what they call that party, Victor Osuni party no. And then about NDC and MPP. Na yana yaso wofompa. Now politicians, what they say on the camera is different from what they do behind the scenes. And to me, politicians can be behind or camera, so I have to take my time to analyze it. There Sabakaya, Mebaha, Meka about the disunity in the MPP. I'm an anukra, I don't know, okay. Now, Honorable Asia, I predict doom and gloom for MPP. Now, Minka NDC for yeah. It's very simple. Nana Akufo-Addo from day one, Tamale Congress, why not just nipa bi wa ono mu enye adwuma. Unfortunately for him, saa nkrofo no ewinni election. Delegates also, and yes, omum pen Nana Akufo-Addo because we had the results now. Only almost about 75% of the delegates. But Nana Pese only ebinum be adwuma. I didn't think the delegates no tuma saa nkrofo no to become chairman, and then general secretary. The delegates at that time were sending a message to the leadership. Say, dear, and fire home. We are holding all of you accountable. Whether you like it or not, you have to work in the best interest of the MPP. Delegates no and a party agita for now. Ombota any na say party no beba power. Ebinu start a coma party way. Yes. Ebinu hero musika. Ebinu kwa yare. Ebinu kwa hero munkwa. Because party no da omukuma so. And it's all parties. Sana Atami Sobekaya. NDC for after 2000 Molus here, they began rallying around. A friend saying, Atamas, up to a time, not Rawlings, grandpa Atamas, but the delegates remained with Atamis and then forced the two of them to work. It is Obekaya. Rawlings was compelled in 2008. What Dia Kutino was a campaign, now more three-prone campaign. Atamas, not Rawlings, so Afan Crawford, now national headquarters, almost that sense of agency and unity, and NDC fought me by power. Now we don't see that in MPP. Now the Bia Maka, Akufo-Addo, me the Bia Maka, me say 1% obedi president.
Akufo-Addo.
Yes, because Obia person obedi president. Niesi nanu fear no. I was say what to me. The man is. But why? The kind of statement now. He's happy.
He's not.
He is happy.
He's not.
He is happy.
He's not because the statement.
Oh, kind of statement.
Nana Dia say. Abedu Sam Pempe.
Oh, kind of statement. Niya. He is happy.
Okay.
Because that is the result. That is the result he wanted. Nanado. That results in our pay. Was 30 years old and the Ache. Indeed, this is the fourth attempt to remove Afoko. This is Nana Akufo-Addo's fourth attempt to remove Afoko.
Because it is Nana Akufo-Addo's fourth attempt.
Yes, yes. Because what the Kanka say, Mutuma Mua, Mino Muntumi Yejima, Ewa Tamale. Since then, Afoko Niko Mna Japan, Amaso Anto Abu Omu Yem. Consistently, all kind of scheming was used. And Emma Mibisa John Bodi Wahanano, the one born chairman did on your television, not Obia. Was this a difficult question? Omi chairman for Afoko. So, but Kayadan, why? Because he does not recognize Afoko as the chairman. That is the truth of the matter. Most of the national executives of the MPP who are supporters of the Nana Akufo-Addo, They don't see Afoko and Kobina Japan as their chairman and general secretary. That is the truth of the matter. They meet you here, then they go and meet separately. Afoko friend meeting here, they don't go.
I like to say when you're party member, now meeting.
Cabinet cry, ni cabinet cry. Yes, and true for ni cabinet. And interestingly, one of the petitioners was citing me as part of the reason. Say BBA BC or MPP bia na me abeto me table so. Na che say eno ka ho bi na omo pese Afoko yempam no because nyame kan nyina mo fi Afoko na e mama po. It's very sad. Very sad. Nyame kan nyina eboa na who national executive functional executives. Now almost about 90% of them are not cooperating with the chairman. And you turn around and blame the chairman. So you see, it is a result Nana Akufo-Addo was expecting. Why on 3 occasions went to me until we are
Nana expect I have read that Nana's 80s. So
it's not about what he says, it's about what he does. Nipa can you say diplomacy?
Your can is different from the
totally different. Let me give you one example. Today, in that statement, was it party for you there and respected there?
Next decision.
Was it party constitution? Was it party for you now and respected party structures and constitution? Chairman for the late Mama Adom Niyi Kumasi Bolga, the regional chairman. Eka se Omo be convening regional association of regional, which is totally alien to even the MPP considers nothing. MPP constitution is association of regional chairman. But when you go to the MPP constitution, we have a national chairman who is clothed with the powers to convene meetings, be it NEC, steering committee, Congress, what have you. Nasa Afoko as a national chairman, BBC Kasia party no. Now I convene national executive committee meeting to deliberate on the issue. Now a Kuobia, they don't even have any locals in the MPP constitution. No one can show flag bearer say almost meanwhile, they are all members of NEC. The regional chairman, they are all members of NEC. What did Nana Akufo-Addo do? I didn't know why. Oma impese utia samu.
Okay.
Chairman Nana Akufo-Addo ye wo hono. An inferior, an alien creature, unknown to the party.
I was looking the Kenyan constitution, the position of one constitution. Now we use all these words inferior, unknown to their party, to the constitution, and all this. Well, I'm surprised.
Is there anywhere say MPP structures no say you will be a friend association of regional chairman? Meaning say Badwam because meaning say national executive committee, more national council, more council of elders, more steering committee, more regional executives, more constituency executives. This has a structure. National club. Now, why the national chairman? Can national chairman?
Do the concepts. I'll just read out.
Because I want you to help me with that.
I'll read out the constitution.
I want you to read it so that you hear from.
But my mama John Bodo Akwaba, organization organizer, belated birthday. Bibi Kama. Good.
I just enjoy any birthday, and I was in traffic. Betilina, may patches and you see what Casolina, over in a monitor. As in road, I feel very good if you like to. And the other was already late. And the traffic is routine.
Oh, did it birthday?
And also
insider. Okay, John Akwaba, why this decision? Because I pay Chairman Afoko, a spokesperson, lawyer Nana Osiamekaze, null and void. One, you acted illegally.
Because we are better
unfortunately, it is to ourselves because me,
I want you to get that portion.
Yes, I'll get
chairman, national chairman, national chairman.
Who can be brave now? New national chairman, Juma, happy now.
There be people who want because
maybe I'm a die crowd.
Maybe I know me want to be people who want me.
Every day.
Okay.
National chairperson.
Who can be brave now?
The national chairperson shall preside over.
I'm on for the
Okay, so
I'm on for the from Tumu to Lora to Elubu.
The national chairperson shall preside over all meetings of the national
all meetings
of the National Delegates Conference, the National Congress, the National Council, the National Executive Committee, and the Steering Committee of the National Executive Committee. The national chairperson shall be the convener of all the meetings of the National Delegates Conference, the National Council, the National Executive Committee, and the Steering Committee of the National Executive Committee. In the absence of the national chairperson, the first vice national shall act.
Okay. That is full stop. So the powers of national chairman. Not chairman, I convene national NEC meeting because the big kasi at the party. Original chairman, the free This is a constitutional obligation on the chairman. Or for a meeting, no, a Kobia yen nimumu. No, just 10 people. I be share who flag bearer. Say, Omon to me, Mbasa meeting on Amumoso, Ebe Omushimu. Now we see what Omudine to know what die, national chairman there. It's happened. It didn't happen. So, and then Nana Kufa was started to say, because now they were to pass a resolution of impeachment against the same Afoko. And Nana was interested in that impeachment. I can cite you. And apart from that, Nana Kufa was a flag bearer. There is about 12 or 15 member steering committee. I can tell you on authority. So almost about 8 to 9 executives on that board. Their loyalty is to Nana Akufo-Addo, not to the chairman and general secretary.
But what do you expect? A party among loyal to the executives themselves or who leads the party? Me na me a flag bearer. What's wrong with say national executives?
Loyalty is to leadership. Nana Akufo-Addo is part of the leadership. The chairman here to me a constitution ban chairman. Here to me or no. I don't know how say Paul in front meeting. For the past 4 or 5 months, Omun committee. Because one friend will be able to call. Sana General Secretary, one funny son, and two people. So, and who?
Okay, so deliberately, chairman also refusing.
And deliberately. They were making it difficult for him.
They were making it
recently, we were afraid by 2 meetings. Omanko.
Chairman,
me dead, John, the last time. Omanko. Because they want to frustrate him. And they have succeeded. Now, look at the sham they have done, say, NEC meeting. Nipa in a call meeting. How long did they convene the next meeting? Say, Anaju, within 24 hours, you can convene a next meeting and get a quorum. Now, when neck no size. When in size, a binimu or efa. Then you convene. A binimu gra any members gra or mabata meeting. You see, it's very sad. And I will keep on repeating Nana Akufo-Addo, I mean, say, president to one pair. He has a different agenda. I can never believe anybody anywhere in this world near Kosui tell near Kosu MPP obey me afasu Edim Kuni. Never. Because 2 things are going to happen from now on. 2 things. Senator Nana Akufo-Addo or the Ghana at 2 on tentacles for over 8 months. No. Sahana he will also be put for the next 8-9 months. He is going to be going in on any supporters.
Out in and out of court.
They are going to be going in and outside the courts. That is the first thing. Secondly, it's a reason I'm paying for a party and count and three assembly now. I'm MPP will break into 2. I'm telling you this thing. MPP will break into 2.
And then 26.
Because and then 26 earlier. October. 2015. I'm telling you. Just give them 2-3 months. MPP between say, whoop. Because they don't know who they are dealing with. And this is to all parties, all political parties. Never wish to have a grudge with a member of your party. Every one member BIA has 1,000 people part of his constituency.
I see.
I'm telling you this. And from this week, again, I'm making another prediction.
Concentrate on your party business.
Majai. You see, now you are going to see the real size of Akufo-Addo.
I think you
Who they try? Say, na obia 95% no, obia dinechi, but I have a pen of the Omunina Kuma. Say, he should grab the power. Wako first one will lose. Second one will lose. He is well marketed. He has got brilliant ideas. He is well known. Nipa oh sagoton for. Inti party chita following in idea. Say MPP should come to power, and the person who can give them that power is Nana Akufo-Addo. That is why Omunina any Adom, and that is proper. But given what has happened, and given that the truth of the matter is going to come out now, the truth of the matter will come because it will be proven. Say, Niomi is unconstitutional, a coup d'etat. Not a coup d'etat, that's an old. What are you telling?
Nana is specific. Say, what do you also do some pempen show? Name me any party in Shisha. Party at Chita.
Only party share. That is what I'm telling you. You don't know this. They know it. Yeah, national neck meeting we are. Now, Sabani Fiat, Abaya, proper neck meeting. Nanu, Obianim MPP neck meeting. Yeah. People like President Kufo, Kujon Pieni, all the gurus in MPP. Omuninaba. Which one of them was at that meeting?
Okay, John.
Maybe which one of them was at that meeting? And then, before I even forget, who signed that release about suspension? Where is the General Secretary? Where is his deputy? Where is the acting General Secretary? Don't you ask? So Obiano said every statement emanating from MPP camp is either the General Secretary or his deputy or whatever. So he asked, where is the General Secretary? Why didn't the acting General Secretary say, where is the deputy? Or is the communications person or whatever release?
Okay.
And you see, you said, Mammy, you produce. Oh, yeah, but my pastor, me and train this next 14 days. Ghana for being and cry womb. That it is pure and sheer hatred for Afoko. It is not about his performance. It's not about anything. But they are making a big mistake. The Afoko they are dealing with, they don't know him. Maybe not Afoko and sorry or Bolga. Let's start Echo School. Now I'm telling Ghanaians, Afoko was a fighter. He's like a tiger, and they have stepped on the tail of the tiger. This is a guy way back in 1981, December 31st. Rollins Eyeku Ghana. Afoko Nimoto, Unimoto. He who laughs last, laugh best. And then will say, Odibakubi will say, he who fights to run away lives to fight another. And he has proven that. 81 31st December, Rollins Eyeku Ghana. The whole country will be a question passing. The whole country, from Accra to Wa, from Boku to Elugu. Obia, including all the members of the current New Patriotic Party. Omunyina Obia Koshe Party. Bolgatanga Pe, where Afoko was born, or where he resides. Afoko led unarmed civilians to resist that coup for almost close to 8 hours without a gun. Afoko will lead unarmed men, support to revolution. Yes, you counter into a move for one way, you have to have Afoko fought until virtually by 2-3 o'clock, and they threw soldier fall from Tamale 6 Battalion. Omba no answer no mujani ye.
I see.
Omujani no unko Burkina. Ofri Burkina, Okotina London. One contra okwa. Like he is walker no. He who fights to run away lives to fight another day. Since 82, Okodu landing, he has been fighting the PNDC. He has been fighting, defending the MPP. He has been fighting the NDC until 2000.
with Dean Kudi. He got the last laugh when the MPP, led by John Ajekunkufo, eventually pushed out the Rawlings regime through the ballot box. That is Afoko for you. What we tried for almost 20 years. Almost 20 years to achieve that feat. He got it.
Okay.
And for the 8 years,
okay.
8 years, now he was laughing at these people.
All right,
and if they think that I can tell them that Afena, this is the beginning of the big fight.
Okay, but but John, national organizer, Alaji Batu, a painting picture, man, extremely scary that you are in for it. Because I'm the
Yo, me da say, Alaji can different thing and kabe me mama. Say Juma odi ai. Tona me che. Nti de okay kan anyam obi a ya to abai aban. Na abranti asori akotu aban, o se na o support sa aku no. Ya to aba eyi aban. You understand? Ghanaian people voted for Dr. Delali Emmanuel. Na obi because of no ne wish. Etuna who ha support us.
I supported it.
You understand?
This
also supported it.
Can I?
Kufo also supported it. I want to add to you.
Yes,
no, I want you to add that.
Difficulties.
You add that President Kufo also supported it.
Alhaji Mesro, managing making the point.
Because
Alhaji Mesro,
Alhaji struggle with even putting together the thoughts about how the MPP runs. I kept quiet and listened to him. So you will do so.
But you are taking me personally. That's why I'm coming in. You are taking me personally. So I want to tell you, you stand for President Kufo support Kuno.
Okay.
He was a minister in that coup.
Minister.
Yes.
So we'll struggle, and I just kept quiet and listening to you. Mami brand struggles, maybe. The way they back up pena, biseki. But I only paint a picture of who he is. Say you two abayi, abaya. Na obi ekotu abayana Alhaji Batu so support us adiano.
I'm not ashamed.
You understand? You will never be ashamed because that is what you stand for.
Thank you.
You understand? And I'm happy.
Thank you.
Everybody is seeing who you are.
Thank you.
Say a two aba. Based on that, so be two Domama. Alhaji are the kind of people who support. You understand? See, who there? You may know your discussion. Meaning discussion. Any baby, I want you know is it. In terms of constitutional democracy of our country.
Okay, personalized issues.
Alhaji, there's nothing like association of regional chairpersons. Oh, sometimes you know, in terms of information. Per constitution of our party. When it MPP who is there, per constitution never to now go for can some chirewa. Just go through in some ayaka or no. Now, but now the public ne kasa one can near ma enya no correct. So, but idea no so no. Yes, sir, or can near ma enya no crow. Deliberate. It's the constitution no go be brepo answer
how deliberate because
onunim what you said there's nothing like association of regional chairpersons.
I didn't say it. Akufo said it.
Can you imagine?
Akufo said it.
I
can tell you.
Can you imagine?
I'm going to Google it.
Hold on. There's nothing to Google. But John, let's put John, let's put in some reminders. And I quite remember. Eka say. Essentially, regional chairman Eddie Shian and Eddie community. It was as of that time, I'm not capturing the exact, but as of that time, there was a need for the regional chairman to meet. So that one interesting control than
that's what he said.
Exactly. Akufo said what? Said there's association of regional.
Was he? They beside said there was a meeting.
Mr. Trufubia, they also in that city. Abrochiri. Ebianyo. Asama okay. Akufo don't casa because only he said it. Only so Abrochiri. In the time I am from Akufo, the Apollo program, no, Akufo said what? Say your association of regional chairpersons. Is that what you are saying? Is Akufo kind? Oh, these are the things. So, Ovaki can some no news or did drop, but Ovaki can at the end of the day, now I say or cannot credit. There can't be on that matter. Sometimes, you know, some of us, you know, cannot speak to some of these internal issues. Until half Nema or Moteteno, on the cancer, no one response, appropriate response, Papa, and no many no more keka. You understand? At that time, one of the regional chairpersons had died. In the circumstance, I was winning. You're saying I may be raising the issues. You understand? Now, you know what all that happened. The regional chairpersons, decided say they will hold regional executive committee meeting, which is in our constitution.
But the contention was that now chairman any flag bearer didn't come out. No, we are aware that previous day, they were meeting.
So what Akufo-Addo did was to call the chairman and say, Oba, this is what the chairpersons have told him.
The chairman informed him of the next meeting.
Akufo-Addo on the next meeting.
The chairman has already summoned the meeting.
What can association of the event? They didn't know credit. One cook has answered me. Who never comment? I don't comment. You understand? Because what to say was many of them are unfounded things. Unfounded. So they now cancer. You understand? But me wa hanti ubenya betre. Inti offer back. On any year discussion because that meeting was even not neck meeting if you care to know. It was not neck meeting. It was not national council meeting. If you care to know, because when you meeting, you also say offer neck meeting. It was a meeting that comprised neck members, council of elders, and some prominent people of our party. It is not in our constitution. But your constitution in my own quiet say at all points in time, say bibi who here say was say yeah. It will be say your friend next meeting now. What is all these things? What is all these things? Just because say this year around how name Afoko the guy names throughout the world. Now names I don't know about I don't know Jan Bedinachi as MPP member because you say or a fight or fight it to you understand? Dear, can I say? On my hearing, you know more than I know. Say, over a period of time, party administration, especially with regards near my probably over here at that table, so I dare was here discuss it over there.
They were wanting.
No, wanting. Which our Alaji is always privy to. Alaji, Baturi, always privy to Sanima. There can't be on. Your structures of our party. Into me, what way? Said this my committee will be actual BB to this my committee name. Said John Boda XYZ. This my committee frame ya. Me na me so said then I have to go. Even me was reason there. Any sort of frame ya. I was saying me call Kakachira mo. Me to me trance. Na ye frame ya. Omo trance ya. If you okra me nko
on health grounds. And I'm a lawyer by any
if you are crying, because for instance, if it's on health grounds, which that day he chaired a meeting. That day, this one committee for what I say, 9. Same committee meeting around 1. He chaired the meeting. You understand? The okay we are near come on health grounds and we are the amount. Won't say. But in the NFSA, my invite you meeting or China. Say appear before me and I end your discussion. Now to me can't say me ne and friend can say because of when you went to me to me now me try how mama betenase who betenase we are na small be say or catch almost say me yare or catch me say me kwe I said the last one cry buy where mpanyinfo atana se me nje say obi ti say Dr. Adokofo obi ti say Professor Michael Kwe Amabuzia indicated them more are less strong party people to Afoko in terms of stature, in terms of everything, in terms of position there Afoko na chairman of the party. You understand? But in terms of public standing and everything, I mean this is uncle of we Afro meeting. You can treat them shabbily like that. For instance, say, baby, I was my lawyers no call the Sanya man call catcher woman. Now cool. why ni afro meeting ni afro meeting no mo ti wa na lawyers aba say my client na say baby am we meeting me penti mo go high hotel na me ba betia because me jitum pa say
but so was that right so uncomfortable now was that right you know if I feel uncomfortable
maybe am we meeting your party headquarters
but if I feel uncomfortable
if you feel uncomfortable and your first time am we meeting it is the same meeting na Africa so yare it's the same meeting as Okoye
that same venue
if you feel uncomfortable for almost a month ago now all this while you feel uncomfortable what do? You inform that me feeling uncomfortable at where you are until young Koye or baby for but what because I think say and for me some of the issues me jitum pa say okoho and okochire mochire every cranka committee no may not arrive at the decision they took because some of the issues
you don't know.
Oh, they are prophets of doom.
You wait. We expose all of this.
Oh,
I'm telling you.
Expose what?
You wait.
Information. You man go say make you expose what?
No, so exposition.
Oh, niche. What you niche? What can't say now? Who can't say ni boom? Who's that?
He predicted say Wednesday last week Wednesday BBC. John,
please. Oh, okay. I'm supposed to yeah, what? And I'm not sitting in far, and it is part of the problem.
Okay, so your general is here. One chairman of the MPP.
As we speak now, no, the first vice, no, and the acting chairman of the party.
Yeah, the Otu boy.
Never.
Otu boy chairman. Maybe so. Who was the chairman last week?
You see, these are the problem of
Alaji. Deliberate.
Can you imagine why you deliberate?
One of your best chairman.
You see, Alaji, a problem. You just have to check your problem.
I know
you
your
don't
tactics.
even listen.
Your tactics will not sway me 1 second. You always rubbish your opponent's views, but your tactics will not sway me 1 second. After debating you more than 10 years ago, he will rubbish you. He will just rubbish you. He told me that I'm lying about the regional chairman. I'm going to prove to him here. I'm going to prove to him. He said me I'm lying. There was no neck. Just rubbish you. I don't speak off my head. I do research.
Allow the national
before I come on air and say anything. Me want just be I stand on something. I told you about this.
My national organizer.
You level me a liar.
John.
Oh, me that's why you cannot use on me. Always just rubbish him. And then the viewers or listeners will say he's not making sense.
Bature, my national organizer.
Maybe who is your national chairman? And then you have who is the chairman? Who took the first vice chairman?
Can you imagine? You say what you are saying.
No, but the issue is more.
And I will point it out to you because the interest. He won't say what he's saying.
The interest of the viewer is that we go through due process. That's the point.
The interest of the viewers, as you put it. Na minia can say mkoye no kra no national executive kra onim number no kra omo anso alaji what ya no ka
the signatory to that
remember so remember so nti alaji nya akoma enye akoma kosoro na ngosi hwe onya akoma na tie me because all your statements are wrong statements over your party constitution and I think that me kwa I'll sign this constitution and give it to you.
I'll be grateful.
I'll do it
I'll
now. So that you will not have any excuse to be saying what you be saying. You understand? Over national your constitution here, over National Executive Committee, members no any. Members no any. National Executive Committee.
1760. Text message line. February 19 Jibre. Na yankin kanina and for myself.
National Executive Committee. Members na page 43 21. Members na national chairperson, past president, past vice president, sitting vice president, presidential candidate, presidential running mate, first national vice, second national vice, third national vice, general secretary, 2 deputy general secretaries, national treasurer, parties parliamentary leader. Who says if you are actually party's parliamentary leader, no, only how be actually representing. Well, members are maybe boy. You know, be anywhere, nobody can represent them. It is a minority leader anywhere. Obi anywhere be to represent them. Obi obe be no on your voting member of the National Executive Committee.
Continue the membership.
National organizer, two deputy national organizer, chairperson of National Council of Elders, national women's organizer, two national deputy women's organizer, national youth, two deputy national youth organizer, regional chairpersons or their representatives. It is a regional chairperson and to me or to me ma obi a representative. Nipa 10. One rep of the parliamentary group. In the parliamentary group, you know, apart from minority leader. It's honorable in its own right and not in the right of a minority leader. One rep of founding members. The founding members, you know, most often Hackman never for the founding members. So one rep.
Also, founding members. Also, it means they have to meet because you can't just wake up and go and impose yourself.
Most often, no, Hackman and a representative founding members. So we've cleared that point.
Or no, I'm only saying that the
most
process
of the time he does the representation.
The processes.
They have their own meetings, please.
Okay.
They have their own meetings.
Okay. I only want to make a point. Say a convenient meeting.
One rep of patrons.
They also have to meet and select somebody. It's very key.
No, because I'm trying to just read out. Unfortunately,
one national coordinator. So, Uber 2 now, chairpersons of sector committees, past national chairpersons, past presidential candidates, past running mates, past general secretaries, directors at the national secretariats, and such other members as the National Executive Committee may determine, shall be entitled to attend meetings of the National Executive Committee, but without voting rights.
Okay.
It was a sample for any meeting in Libya, almost any voting right. It will determine over quorum. The National Executive shall meet at least once in every. The presence of 1/3 of members forms a quorum. 1/3. It will be 1/3 now. Okay, 10 regional chairpersons now. Now the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. What they count one. Until here be members are a constituted National Executive Committee 35. We are not 36 crowd 130. Oh. 130 12. But I'm telling you, sir, over 20 members of the National Executive on more voting rights were at the meeting. Oka Kojompieni, yeah, he's an elder of our party. And Kofu Bibri, elders of our party, almost National Executive Committee meeting on their own, almost members of the National Executive. But to me, Obitiza Kojompieni about National Executive and National Council. Only voting rights. Maybe on standing for representing anybody. But he's a strong member of our party. Into your I can count the number of National Executive Committee meetings and the number of times I present.
Okay, so
you be asked our question.
So John, my auntie was say, and I'm on two you know, be payment.
81. Me prove to Minia Alaji Baturi said there was more than a quorum, more abroad. On TRC and only a constitution. What is so now parliamentarians, you know, caucus number.
All these processes not chairman no yet privy to or go through those processes. Onya Nkata, SMO, no, Onya reason.
Who convened the meeting?
No,
who convened the meeting? Let's start from there.
No, okay.
Who convened the meeting?
Who
convened the meeting?
So that dependable for us and Lucky Herbal, or also as your question, because you fan person, National Organizer, New Patriotic Party, John Bodua, and Alaji Batteries. From a fear of Anko, a focus suspension long overdue. It is good for the party. He should have bowed out gracefully. The party is bigger than his ego. And Akufo-Addo and his MPP boys were negatively planning to make Mohammed's government ungovernable and Allah, the Almighty, also making their smaller party also ungovernable. From Comrade Jibril Al-Hassan Elembele. Happy birthday to Irene. And so another one gets through here. It says that we, the grassroots members of the MPP, have no time for the Afoko technicalities. Afoko can decide to call himself party chairman and run the party from his bedroom. He's not greater than the party. Ben from Takrad Nediama. Good morning, Omaine. For the good. Sometimes I don't understand the NDC communicators and Alhaji Baturi to blame Nanado for being against Afoko. The fact that Afoko is the chairman doesn't mean the party is his. The party has structure, so they should not blame him, Nanado. And good morning, panel members. Please tell Alhaji to talk about issues confronting the governance of this country by his NDC party. Alhaji, do you fear them? Why? You pay back for all your lies and hatred for Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo. Remember, these are internal party issues. Afoko can be a lion or tiger, who cares? Asman or Tamalin and Eba. From Gastiman or Takrade. Good morning. It's high time people ignore that Atta Kennedy. He has nothing good to offer to Ghanaians. He always speaks in pains and no one should take him serious. He's always looking for negative news to give unnecessary response. Oman, good to see you back. So thank you. 1760 our text message line. We're supposed to talk about EC naming 5-member voter register committee, MPP, and the people are raising objections. Let's wrap up quickly on this one. John, I know
the Americans say, may call details of Alhaji Mo Hombe, but almost twisting I ever correct you. May call details of petition, but Alhaji, one major thing. Me GD say, a Koyi and Kebwai. This issue about our ID card. Over the period, the last time, the first time I hear discussion on this ID card, the same on the petition and one major may come back open. It created problems for all of us over the period. Am I a bad press and bad image as a party? A steering committee. This is about 10 months ago. Here discussion. We were informed by the national chairman, say, finance committee for taking decisions, say, we choose one vendor, be say, on your party ID card. Now, omo report no, or no accept it. Mr. Chairman, you can't accept the report. At least if for nothing at all, we are members of the steering committee. May you have copies of what it is. In any case, there's nothing like, say, finance committee, the report bar, nipa bar put to me accept it in our constitution. Nothing like that. Because finance committee, one is to raise funds for the running of the party. 2, link up with the treasurer, prepare a budget, a yearly budget, for a decision of the National Executive Committee. Until Omejuma raising funds, 2, budget, annual budget for the party, no, Omo prepare, no more the ABA, na National Executive Committee, take a decision. Until BB to say, membership card, ID card, raising of funds in the money. I was saying, I want budget mo. I want budget mo, no more the bar, na National Executive Committee, take a decision. This simple issue. Yeah, to me, I agree on. But beyond till about a month ago.
Oh, you're going to launch it?
About a month ago. Yes, steering committee. It was on the agenda. Because I see some crowds going around doing all kinds of things. Because of time, you need to be and discuss. The following day, they call National Executive Committee. And also now agenda. So they hear a discussion anyway because of time. You need to be and discuss it. The next moment, me walk out and say, I've been invited to a lunch of a party card at 4:30 p.m. Here lunch card on the same day at 2 p.m. Alhaji, are you not worried? Say party launching a card as national organizer. I didn't know.
Okay, if it's Alhaji.
No, but you were happy supporting them.
Okay, Alhaji.
Beyond that. Yes, steering committee meeting on Thursday. Rice and Bill tour Nanado, at the meeting, you can't be throughout the period. You can't was saying committee say Wednesday no anopa yesia constituency chairpersons for Ashanti Regional. Nana beba cry because Dr. Adokofo L and Chidebo. Nobody mentioned at that meeting say you call lunch card be or Kumasi. Now you way around. Now a statement has gone out to say your lunch card Nana will be present. She said creating almost all the time creating problems for
okay,
us. Baby, I do know. Beyond individual.
You listen to it. When I
source
read,
is Daily Graphic or
when I read and then you are not, because of that, I'm only going to read this and I won't comment again.
Okay.
Yeah.
But won't allow it to go without
source.
Oh,
you take your time. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic, my brother. But two radio one kasabasa o.
Source.
But two radio one kasabasa.
Source.
Oh, no, my radio.
Source.
Okay, Mama headline first. Nana Akufo-Addo denies sanctioning meetings to oust Afoko. That's the headline. Now, that is May 26, 2015. The flag bearer of the new patriotic party, Nana Akufo-Addo, has denied instigating the emergency regional meeting held across the country to begin impeachment process against the party chairman and general secretary. A statement signed by the flag bearer's press secretary, Eugene Hine, said, and I quote, "This impression is totally wrong, flawed, and mischievous." All 10 regional executives of the NPP met on Monday to decide the fate of national chairman Wala Afoko and general secretary Kwabena Japan. So far, 3 regions have passed a vote of no confidence in the 2 leaders and are demanding their impeachment. I'll leave the rest because of time. Now I'm reading the full statement by Nana Akufo-Addo.
Go ahead.
Below is the full statement of Nana Akufo-Addo. And I want you to take your time and listen to this speech, this statement. The attention of the office of the Nana Akufo-Addo has been drawn to a story on page 19 of May 25th, 2015, edition of the Daily Graphic, titled Regional Chairman Plan to Oust Afoko Ajapon. The story, written by Kobi Asma and Abdul Aziz, claims that the Emergency Regional Congress aimed at rallying support for the ousting of the 2 national executive members, according to some close sources of the party, were allegedly being instigated by party flag bearer Nana Akufo-Addo. This is a statement from Nana Akufo-Addo. The story goes on to quote the national chairman of MPP, Wala Afoko, as confirming that he was informed of the regional executive committee meeting by the flag bearer, and that he, Afoko, was at a loss as to why the regional executive committee meeting should be allowed to take place on the same day as the scheduled NEC meeting. Make a NEC, what's a NEC? You see it? Akufo-Addo NEC. Oh, listen. The import of the Daily Graphic report seeks to portray Nana Akufo-Addo as having sanctioned the regional executive committee's meeting, despite an earlier agreement with the national chairman to hold a national executive meeting on the same day, Monday. Wala Afoko, ni Nana Akufo-Addo, ni Kwabena Japan, they all agreed to hold a NEC meeting before he proceeded to Bolga. This impression is totally wrong, flawed, and mischievous. Now let me come to the full facts as stated by Nana Akufo-Addo. The fact of the matter.
Association of Regional Chairpersons.
It doesn't matter. If a group comes together, what are they? If a group comes together, what is that?
Wasting everybody's time.
Listen to me.
Who allow you to read me to be wasting everybody's time?
The facts. Okay, let me read it. You see it. The fact is here. You
are wasting everybody's time.
The fact of the matter are as follows. On his arrival from Europe on May 22nd, Nana Akufo-Addo met in the evening with the chairman and general secretary of the party to review the recent unfortunate tragic developments that are taking place in the party. They, Nana Akufo-Addo, Kwabena Japan, and Afoko, agreed that a joint meeting of the National Executive Committee, NEC, and the National Council of Elders be convened on Monday, May 25th, to deliberate on them. All the leaders, major leaders. The next day, May 23, Nana Akufo-Addo at the funeral in Bolgatanga of the late Adams, Nana Akufo-Addo took the opportunity to inform the regional chairman and others about the impending national NEC meeting scheduled for Monday, May 25th. He was then informed by the regional chairman that they already scheduled a meeting of their respective regional executive committees for the same Monday. Nana Akufo-Addo said, Abraham Afoko ni Komna Japan, they should convene a meeting the following Monday after the burial. Oko Bolgano, on Nana Akufo-Addo, Wadai Messenger, and Okobo, regional chairman, Amania. Regional chairman said, there is had no almost Asia.
Association of regional
chairman. I use association because they said that they have already.
Can you imagine this?
So, when 10 people come together, what is that?
Oh,
when 10 people come to
you
say
said
that,
where
is it?
Now go to here.
Where is it?
Association of regional chairman.
The 10 regional chairman say they have already convened a meeting. What are they? What is that?
Oh, please.
What is that?
You can do better.
10 people coming together. What is that? Are they in your constitution? Are they part of your constitution?
What do you seek to achieve with this?
Association of regional chairman.
Listen, the fact of the matter is, Nana Akufo-Addo, chairman of the party, chairman of the party, who is mandated, who is close.
What's Akufo-Addo the kind? What's Akufo-Addo the kind? Say association of regional chairman.
What association now? No. When I read Bolgade, the regional chairman told me that they have already scheduled a meeting.
Okay, so the problem is
that Akufo-Addo free Abuchiba to the second.
Only chairman,
any general secretary.
To call Bolgan on
Ajia Tum say, Omu fra party Koni na won cry. No mashia. No go do Bolgan and regional chairman for Eku.
Said you shared that.
Omu ba share sada no a ye share won cry no. Ena onu oba Accra, ebe kan cha focus say. And stadia one friend regional chairman for na kan cha say ka omu. Why as a leader untimi kan cha say this is the higher body. The NEC meeting is the highest organ of the party. As this creature, I will be a ninu say musu mushia. Who as a flag bearer wait there to because you knew that they were going to press charges against Afoko. Because we are now sitting there.
Wasting everybody's time.
That's what you say. My
point of departure with you.
My viewers have heard me.
My point of departure with you is not the content of what this is. Who say, Nana say, there was association of regional chairperson. Now me say, oh boy. Then you told me, say, Nana ne kanye. So what I expected, and I'm not disagreeing with say Nana met Afoko and General Secretary.
Did he say
there was a joint? Can you please? There's going to be a joint NEC, which I said. Say the meeting
involves a lot of people.
A joint meeting involving council. It is not.
But Nana says it's NEC.
But I'll catch it out. Say a joint.
Okay, John.
My Afoko, you understand?
No.
Don't worry. Me and Foko near Papa and I'll
can I
forget about politics. Politics will not divide us.
So much over
50 years,
can I open diversion?
Okay.
Nana said he met the regional chairman.
John.
Association he said he met the regional chairman. How can regional chairman decision?
The point has been made.
Said regional chairman. Becker said they will override what the national executives are doing.
How in your confidence, Alcasa? You've lied. You've misinformed people. You read what?
Part of EC. 5-member committee, or 2 days, or part of it.
So far, I received press statement by Electoral Commission stating, say, put it together as a 5-member committee. Jumane say, be moderate. Now, advice based on the outcome of the thing. So advise Electoral Commission on the way forward for our voter register in our elections. So far, no. Mijiri said the expertise of Uncle in the Chusuom, Anambra, because of your back IT person. The other one will be a 1 year electoral commission Juma over the years, prominent juries over the years and all that. Back statistical service, NDC for Pamono, Pamono, Good detail, how do you? Alaji, why? Okasa, I just keep quiet and listen to
the fact. Don't lie.
John Mosio be like, who are go far?
Our partners said that so long as you remain there, they will not support us.
Who go far?
Okay, John T, are you here? Mobile part of this discussion.
From the for instance, so to say a VRAC crab, we are making the position known.
There we go.
Say or no, the on June this new voter register. Relevant. Or no, never chairs committee. Baby, you were then at it. Two, Dr. Queno. This apart from NDC, you know, on the year major IT consultant for the NDC. STL assembled in 2012. Two political parties, NDC, MPP. Almost far rep IT specialist and co check STL say yeah, customer. Dr. Kwenu na NDC for a year. NDC ni on the diomo formal biometric ni. Na then I'm a na Dr. Kwenu and then NDC position is a new register. Dr. Kwenu ye NDC ni ono na ye all my IT. Bijidi say wa advise you on what to do already. Na ma I go be I say ma betra Alhaji Bature ni. Me be chere no adikrontia adikrontia yeah I say ma betra what frame me meeting say you be decide whether Akufo-Addo will win the election 2016 or not. Now Alhaji na chairman of the panel. Why would I do that?
Clearly want to move
MPP boycott 2016.
Yes,
boycott na because
no, but if it's relevant to
boycott 2016 elections,
I told you they will boycott it. They have no intention of running it. They don't have any intention to run 2016. A camouflage. Any party that wants to run and win election in 2016, 12 months to time, you will not go onto this kind of I don't know, reckless action. Look, I started to know. And then you can't just say, you can't say, voter register for only the people for these people. Because some Crofo, they are not going to give pass mark. And you say, yes, Obiambra, TV or radio, internet. Obiambe, why? I'm coming. They don't matter.
Then why do they bring them? If they don't matter, why do they bring them?
As
what?
Eminent persons to check.
But I see a checking background.
The people cannot change what superior debates the political parties will put across.
But then why did you go to IA? Why did you go to IA for a
debate? I was ended almost so TV.
Why do you go?
I was ended almost so TV. Yeah, go court almost open live. Because say you know live no me count and say Ghana for them only
me say Alhaji approval once again say oka asem na nya no kra instead say obeye be ma na wa withdraw no obesa we see at the end of the day you couldn't prove what the statement.
Okay, so sign for Alhaji.
It will sign for Alhaji.
Thank you very much.
Alhaji onya be
me don't mind come na sante nyame do my chira e be share na be for a crowd but production team you know one sweet music for okay so that must yeah